Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into something that's changing the game for pretty much everyone's career, AI. But not the super technical, gotta be a coder kind of AI. We're talking about how it's becoming a tool for all of us and what the new rules are for getting ahead. So, this is the million-dollar question, right? How do you actually learn to use AI without having to learn how to code? You see it everywhere, you know it's reshaping every single industry, but if you're not a programmer, the path forward can feel, well, a little fuzzy. All right, let's get right into it. The AI skill imperative. It sounds kind of dramatic, but honestly, it's real. There's this mounting pressure for basically everyone. I'm talking doctors, marketers, you name it, to get a handle on AI skills, just to stay in the game and keep their careers moving forward. And look, in this world of insane tech evolution, AI is so much more than just a buzzword. The material we're digging into today makes this crystal clear. It's not enough to just know about AI anymore. The real need is for professionals to truly understand it and, more importantly, actively use its power to get an edge. So how do you actually do that? How do you get that knowledge? Well, a whole new kind of training is popping up to fill this exact gap. And to really see what it's all about, we're going to look at a specific program out of Dubai as a kind of case study. Now, the whole point here isn't to turn you into a programmer. Not at all. It's about building something called practical AI literacy. I love this analogy. It's like learning to drive a car, not learning how to build the engine from scratch. You're learning what the machine is capable of and how to use the tools, things like ChatGPT, to make your job easier, your career better, and your business smarter. And this right here really draws a line in the sand. On one side, what you will learn, practical uses, how to leverage tools that already exist, thinking strategically with AI, and just flat out getting more done. On the other side, what you won't learn, AI programming, complex coding languages, and building models from square one. The message is clear. This is AI for the user, not for the person who builds the AI itself. And because this approach is so practical and non-technical, you might be wondering, who is this for? Well, the answer is almost everyone. The range of professions that can benefit from this is just massive. Let's start at the top. For C-suite execs and senior managers, this isn't about getting lost in the weeds. It's all about the 30,000-foot view. How do you steer the ship using AI? How do you use it to spark real innovation? And maybe most importantly, how do you make sure your company is using this power ethically and responsibly? Now think about healthcare. The possibilities here are honestly profound. We're talking about doctors learning to use AI tools to improve patient care, make diagnostics faster and more accurate, and completely rethink how their clinics run. It's about revolutionizing the practice, but always, always with that focus on doing it right. And what about our teachers and educators? For them, this is about transforming the classroom. Imagine being able to create truly personalized learning plans for every single student or automating all that tedious paperwork. It's about using AI to free up time for what really matters, teaching and engaging with kids. Entrepreneurs and startup founders, for them, it's all about one thing, the edge. This is like a cheat code for spotting new opportunities, making your operations super efficient right from the get-go, and just finding ways to grow your company faster than the competition. And seriously, the list just keeps going. Marketing pros, sales teams trying to crush their quotas, real estate agents, even SEO specialists, social media managers, event planners, pretty much anyone who wants to get ahead in their career. It really feels like there isn't a single part of a modern business that AI can't touch. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but what does it look like in practice? Let's move beyond the buzzwords and look at what actual courses are being offered. So our case study here breaks things down into these really focused 5-hour workshops. And you can see a clear pattern, right? There's the AI 101 workshop, and that's the starting point for everyone. It's a prerequisite. That's a smart move, because it means everyone, whether you're an exec or a doctor, starts on the same page before jumping into the stuff that's specific to their own field. Okay, but let's be real. Does this model actually work? Like, are people really signing up for this? The numbers and the actual feedback from this Dubai program, well, they give us some pretty telling answers. Wow. Okay, just look at that number. Over 8,800 people. That's how many participants have gone through this training from just one organization in Dubai and the GCC. If that doesn't scream huge demand for practical, hands-on AI skills, I don't know what does. And the story of the instructor himself is pretty revealing too. You see this clear evolution. Starts way back in '99 in digital marketing, then in 2022, a major pivot to weaving AI into everything. This isn't someone just jumping on the latest bandwagon. This is a shift built on decades of real-world experience, which adds a ton of credibility. And this quote, this really hits on the real-world results. You've got a business owner, Sagi Helmi, who went from being frustrated with marketing agencies to feeling confident enough to just take over their own SEO and ads. That's not just learning, that's empowerment. A huge transfer of control. And check this out. The appeal is definitely not just local. This person came all the way from Texas to Dubai. That tells you something, doesn't it? That professionals are literally willing to cross the globe for training that's detailed, hands-on, and actually helps them understand the process from start to finish. And I think this last quote is so important. For so many people, a class like this isn't the end of the road. It's the beginning. As Anjali, who has a PhD, points out, it sparked my curiosity. That's the real magic, right? It's a gateway that makes you want to keep learning, which is essential in a field that changes by the minute. So when you step back and look at the whole picture, you've got huge demand, you've got applications for every job, and you've got real tangible results. It all points to something much, much bigger than just this one program. And really, this is the big takeaway from all of this. Practical AI literacy. It's becoming a fundamental skill. I'm serious. Think about how essential typing is, or knowing how to use a spreadsheet. That's where we're heading with this. It's shifting from being a nice-to-have skill for techies to a must-have for pretty much everyone. So that leaves us with one final question. And it's really a question for you. It's no longer about if AI is going to change your job. It is. The real question is, how are you going to use it? Take a second and think about your own day-to-day work. What part of your job is just sitting there waiting for an AI upgrade?